another software that you guys created, kind of spinning it off, is called DUNASI, I believe.
Yeah, that's right, DUNASI.
What is that, and how did that come about?
Yeah, we're really excited about DUNASI. It is a separate company entirely. So a lot of the same people, same partners involved in BAL are also involved in DUNASI, but BAL and DUNASI are completely separate companies. So DUNASI comes from, the name is a combination of the words power and insight in Greek. And really the DNA of DUNASI as a company is finding an immigration problem and helping to solve it, regardless of if it falls into kind of that corporate space that BAL works with, right? And so the first thing that we did was we noticed the age-old problem of USCIS processing times, the ranges being just completely unpredictable and huge. And that's the specific problem that we wanted to solve. And so we have a bunch of smart tech people. We've got 40 years of immigration experience, and we used those two things and came up with an algorithm that is a lot more precise than what USCIS offers. So for a USCIS range, you might see a range of 6 to 10 months. Well, that's not helpful at all for planning. So we narrow that range down to just 2 weeks. So a 2-week time frame where people can plan better. And it's not just for the foreign national. I mean, for them, it's super important so that they can plan. And it's a nerve-wracking thing to sit there and wait. But it's also for immigration practitioners so that you know how to prepare better. It's also for HR, right? If you are in that corporate space and you are trying to plan for and hire people, like, when do you plan for them to start, right? So this info is useful just kind of across the board, and it's not just applicable to BAL. So we wanted to make it accessible in a way that wasn't just for BAL clients, but really for the industry as a whole. So that's how DUNASI was born, really, was we created the Case TrueTime app, and it's usable for anyone. That was the beginning of the DUNASI company. We are now working on a pro version of the app. The app is focused for foreign nationals, right? You're going to get the best experience out of the app if you're the person with the case and you're downloading it. But we recognize that, for immigration practitioners or for HR practitioners, you may need the data in a different place. And so Case TrueTime Pro gives that same data, but in an API form. And then really, we're going to expand from there. So we have a call out on our website that is, what immigration problem can we help you solve? It doesn't need to be in the bounds of the corporate space or the family-based space or anything like that we typically think of from like an immigration law perspective. It's truly like, what's an immigration problem that you have to solve, and how can we explore helping solve that through technology?
Have there been any suggestions that you could reveal that you're working on?
I can't reveal anything yet, but we are excited to hear from our audience and our user base.
For sure. I mean, there's just so many problems in the system. It's hard to choose. But so right now, when it comes to the case times, which application types are included? Is there family-based, or is it strictly a point-based?
There are some family-based also. And actually, if you download the app, there's a free version of the app, right? So you can be sure that the case type you're interested in is included before you pay for a subscription. Subscription's $4.99 a month. And it's just monthly. So most people have it, for 3 or 4 months, then they get a decision on their case and they are able to drop it, right? But we have a menu that says basically, like, what's my case true time? What do we cover? And we just list out all the different types that we cover. So
it becomes vital because everyone's practicing as clients who want to call every day. What's going on my case? Or USCIS.gov says this. And I have a live show where I do ask the question, how long my case is. And I'm like, well, if you want to answer that, go to USCIS.gov. And whatever it is, don't believe it. That's the best I can tell you, because everything is pretty inconsistent. But so you guys have that much volume though, where is it BAL is giving data from large volume numbers of cases where you can aggregate that with the algorithm? There
are several different ways. So that's part of it. We also crowdsource data, and we have a couple of data sources behind the scenes.
I see.
So we have ensured that we've got volume to make it right. We've even done tests. I recently did a test about a month ago where I cut it down to a random 60% of our volume to see if we still got the same answers, just to be sure our volume is what it needs to be. And we did. So our volume's great. We're getting really good predictions from it.
Very cool. Very cool. I remember we talked earlier, there were some like surprises sometimes where you saw stuff happening before USIS announced or something. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's right. Actually, on the DUNASI website, we have an article about USCIS processing time trends from 2021. You know, USCIS didn't announce that I-765 processing time was increasing so greatly, but like in the Texas Service Center specifically, we saw at the beginning of 2021, it was taking 100 days to process cases. In December, it was taking 300 days. Wow. I mean, that's a 300% increase, three times what it was taking before. And so, you know, we've been watching that, but then we've also seen recently that a couple of case types all of a sudden had a big drop. They dropped by like 20% in their processing time. We're able to see those trends.
It's good to have these trends so we can hold their feet to the fire to have this kind of data all together, because it's just the inconsistency is ridiculous. And honestly, if it takes a long time, it's consistently long. We just know a time we can say it, but it's just so all over the place and it goes up and down every 6 months. It's very frustrating. It's good to have this kind of technology, at least to give a realistic impression of what people can expect. Well, thanks so much for coming on the show. Like, what's the website if they want to download the app and to get the experience with it?
Yeah, if you want to download the Case TrueTime app, it's available in both Google Play and the Apple App Store, and just search for Immigration Case TrueTime.